YouTube, starting us up on Rumble. Good afternoon, welcome to Weekly Recap AKA W.W.R. This show is a dive into the odd, obscure, bizarre, and other words for strange world of notable events, weather, and sports, aka news. I, of course, am Xander. We will be joined by the Golden Loon here shortly, and you, here are you. Thank you so much for coming in and joining us. Today is, of course, Saturn's Day, aka Saturday, April 18th, 2026. Let's jump into the news, shall we? Starting us off in Oddity Central. China's humanoid robots are now as fast as Usain Bolt. And I actually heard from a video, I think last night, apparently Elon Musk has a robot or something that intentionally, they limited its speed so that way if it goes haywire, you can outrun it. So they already know what's going on.
Right.
Yeah. What we have here, I just read it here, but China's humanoid robots are now as fast as Usain Bolt. Yikes.
What is a Usain Bolt?
He was the sprinter from Kenya or whatever.
Okay.
The guy.
Oh, okay.
The really fast guy.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So now they're faster than him.
Wow.
So they're stronger than us, they're faster than us, they're smarter than us. What are we doing? Stupid. It says here, Usain Bolt is the fastest human being ever, but just like our
human being. Oh yeah, no. Okay.
Usain Bolt is.
Yeah.
Yes. But just like our jobs and probably our very existence, his incredible record is now under the threat from AI-powered humanoid robots. Chinese robotics giant Unitree recently showcased footage of its H1 robot breaking the world record for the fastest 100-meter sprint by a humanoid robot, reaching 10 meters per second. Wow.
10 meters per second.
It says here, during his phenomenal 2009 performance, Jamaican sprinter Usain Bolt reached a top speed of approximately 12.42 meters per second, but his average speed over the 100-meter race was 10.44. Now that's for humanoid and all that stuff. But just to show, look how fast that thing is.
Yeah.
Wow. And if it's coming after you, it's gonna get you. Thank you, China, for making this possible. Friggin' West Taiwan.
Well, you want to break some records? Go cross country or go a mile or whatever other long. Their endurance. I mean, they don't get tired.
Yeah.
So robots are different than humans.
They're not flesh.
I don't know why they're comparing them.
Well,
other than it's amazing to see what they can build.
Well, I mean, they're comparing it because a couple years ago, they wrote about Starl, the fastest bipedal humanoid robot at the time, them being Oddity Central. Mm-hmm. So they covered this one. It ran at a speed of 8 miles per hour. Now, at its peak, the Unitree H1, this new robot, 22 miles an hour.
Wow.
Between just a few years.
Wow.
So now they can probably run at 100 miles an hour in another couple of years. Dude, these robots can come and kill you before you even realize that they're coming to kill you. This is horrifying. Huh. By the way, if you want to read any more about this article or anything else that we already have up all over here, the links are already in the underbar, in the description. Anything, though, that we collect throughout the show will be there after the live stream. Moving on up, Indian workers wear head-mounted cameras not even allegedly, to train their AI replacements. So they're mandated. See, this is why I say that companies have to abide by the Constitution of the land, and stop giving these companies the freedoms, because that just gives the government an out to use them to push their fascist agendas and everything. Now this company is mandating that its employees. You can see right there the head-mounted thing.
Yeah.
It's scanning, watching their hand movements, what they do, and it feeds that into a learning program or whatever, and it trains the AI so that way when they pair the AI with the robotic, it already knows what to do.
Yeah.
This is horrifying.
But what's the difference between they bring in a guy that you have to train that you know is going to be your boss?
At least it's another human.
Okay, that's a pretty small lease. I mean, you're still going to be pissed.
I have trained my replacement.
There you go. You're going to be pissed. What's the difference? You're training an AI to replace you.
Yeah, but the AI doesn't have rent. It doesn't need to eat. It doesn't need
that, but
it doesn't need the money.
I'm just talking about the person that has to do the training.
Yeah, that's
involuntarily.
Yes, that's a real stick in the eye.
Yeah.
It's
But that happens all the time. This happens to be AI, which is probably even more of a pisser.
It's more of a pisser because it's replacing people with things that don't even need the jobs. People need food on the table. People need a roof over their head. People need to pay taxes. This is getting rid of all of that possibility.
No, you're looking at it wrong. the need is the corporation needs to stay competitive, needs to stay profitable, and that means being competitive, cutting costs where you can. AI will cut costs eventually, and all that good stuff.
If being competitive means replacing humans, then I'd rather there be zero competition, period.
And then everybody's going to go hungry.
Well,
if you don't, you'll die.
We're all going to die anyway if we replace ourselves with robots and everything. What were you saying, Ghost? Welcome to the show, by the way.
Yeah, maybe like depopulation or something like that.
Well, that's what's around the corner. Like, remember I was talking with
Yep.
you about Bill Gates saying we'll decide.
Yeah.
So
I won't argue with that.
Yeah. So we've given this article enough airtime. Let's move on up. Doctors thaw man back to life after falling asleep on a bench in Russia's coldest region. So March is usually the month when winter loosens its frozen grip, but in the Siberian Far East, March nights are colder than most places around the world, with temperatures dropping to negative 20 degrees Celsius or negative 4 degrees Fahrenheit at night. Russia's Yakutia region is definitely not the place you want to be caught outdoors for long periods of time without proper clothes. One Russian man recently found out just how dangerous March nights can be in Yakutia. The unnamed man was walking to his home in the city of Mirny after a long night on the town when he got tired and decided to rest on a bench on the side of the street. It's unclear if the man was intoxicated or not, but what is known is that he fell asleep on the bench. The man was first found by passers-by who realized the danger he was in and called emergency services. Unfortunately, by the time the ambulance arrived, the man no longer had a pulse, his blood pressure was 0, and the electrocardiogram showed a flat line. Resuscitation procedures were carried out, but there was no response. First responders took the clinically dead man to the local hospital, where anesthesiologist and resuscitation specialist Dmitry Bosagov was tasked with slowly thawing the patient back to life. By gradually defrosting the patient, he ensured that no damage was caused to the smallest blood vessels, as damaged vascular microcirculation can cause heart attacks, cerebral edema, kidney failure, and death. Over the course of 4 hours, the man's body slowly rose from 24 to 34 degrees Celsius, at which point advanced pulmonary resuscitation was initiated. After about 25 minutes, the medical team saw the first sign of life, a faint pulse on the monitor. They got him back.
Whoa, I can't believe that.
Wow.
I cannot believe that.
It's Russia, of all places, I mean, they're not as bad as they used to be, but, I mean, that's amazing.
That is amazing.
Yeah, so I hope I'm just going to...
But does it go on and say that he made a full recovery, or?
Well, I'll just close out this article then. After 5 hours and 34 minutes, the man's vitals appeared stable, but he was left in an induced coma for a day. He regained consciousness the day after, and tests showed that his kidneys and other vital functions were intact. He received medical care and treatment for 5 days, after which he was discharged.
Wow.
Freaking awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Amazing. Kudos to those doctors. Like, they need the Medal of Honor, whatever the Russian one is, Like, they are phenomenal. And extreme kudos to the passersby. I mean, if that happened out here, they would have just let him die and harvested his organs. Not even that. The passersby would have probably, taken a video or taken a picture and then just kept going. What's really sad is in this situation, you have a higher chance of living in Russia than you do in the States, and that's fucking ridiculous.
Nah, I'm not going to agree with that.
You don't know our country.
I've been in it for a long time, kiddo.
So have I, man, and I have seen horrors beyond your imagination. Moving on up here, a man spends 8 years with metal chopsticks stuck in his throat. How? Wouldn't that be painful? A man in Dalian, China, lived with a long metal chopstick stuck in his throat for 8 years before finally having it removed by doctors. 46-year-old Wang recently showed up at the Dalian Municipal Central Hospital in Liaoning Province, complaining about unbearable pain in his throat and a foreign body sensation. Following an X-ray exam, doctors were shocked to see 12 centimeters shaft, his chopstick, stuck in the patient's throat. But when they asked him if he knew anything about it, he casually told them it was a metal chopstick he had accidentally swallowed 8 years earlier. And here's an X-ray of it. How do you not
just let that go? He's an idiot.
Yeah, absolute idiot. And there it is right there.
It didn't kill him all. I don't know.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Grief.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta say, bothered me a little bit, but I'm gonna let it go.
Yikes.
Or as they said when I was in athletics as a kid. Walk it off.
Yeah,
right.
Your kneecap's hanging out there, buddy.
Hey, well, your legs in two. Walk it off.
What are you whimpering
You're not
about?
hurt.
Yeah. There's no crying in baseball. Family of boy bitten by poisonous snake submerged him in Holy River for 12 hours to cure him. Okay. Does that suck the poison out? Like what? The death of a young boy recently caused outrage throughout India and reignited the heated debate regarding the potentially deadly consequences of superstition and the denial of proper medical care. Acting on the instructions of a witch doctor, a rural family kept their 13-year-old son submerged in the holy water of the Ganges River for 12 hours instead of taking him to a hospital after he got bitten by a poisonous snake. Amit, a Class 4 student from Pinamore village in Uttar Pradesh, was bitten by a snake last Thursday. He immediately told his family what had happened, but instead of rushing him into a hospital, they decided to consult a witch doctor, yada, yada, yada. Indian media reports that only 12 hours after, noticing that Amit had become unconscious, the family decided to take him to a real doctor, but by that time, there was nothing to be done. That's a tragedy. That's an absolute avoidable tragedy. These parents should have their right to have another child revoked. You know, absolutely. These parents should be executed. Honestly, how negligent. Disaster. Another wild thing: a woman suffering from chronic cough discovered nose piercing stuck in her lungs. That makes me wonder. Maybe I should get my lungs x-rayed. You know, but I'm always.
You're a mess.
Yeah, I have a problem.
Since that.
The sandblasting thing.
Yeah.
Monica Diarra Cabrera Barajas had developed an annoying cough for about a month, which she decided to see a doctor about it. She expected the x-ray to reveal a problem, but she definitely did not expect to see her nose piercing. How do you get it in there? Like, in a TikTok video that has received millions of views, Diarra said that she initially didn't even notice that her septum piercing was missing, and when she finally noticed its absence, she certainly never for a second thought that she had inhaled it by mistake. Quote, the only theory I have, which I told the pulmonologist, is that I fell asleep, the little ball fell out, and that was it, end quote. So,
Jeez.
Well, here's an idea. How about you, take your piercings off, you fucking pincushion, before you go to bed, or don't mutilate your body. What a thought! It costs no money to get to not get a tattoo, to not get a piercing. You don't damage your body. You know, you don't end up with a piercing in your lung. You save money. Am I the only one here who's not an idiot?
You're just not cool. That's all there is to it.
It ended up taking an hour and 20 minutes, and they still couldn't remove it because it was attached to her body. Wow, so it somehow, the pin must have hooked onto a fold in the lung or something.
Yeah.
So.
The earring's a sharp little point.
Yeah.
At the post. I mean.
Yeah. So, wow. I hope she's doing okay, and I hope she stops with her frickin', liberal piercings. What else do we got here? Company develops drug that allegedly slows biological aging in dogs. I heard about this. This is horrifying. Companies around the world have been investing billions in anti-aging solutions in the hopes of coming up with a scientific or technological equivalent to the mythical fountain of youth. However, they've all faced the same hurdle: regulatory approval. Human trials would literally take decades, and few companies are willing to invest significant amounts of money for such a distant potential payout. The risks are simply too great. The regulatory approval process for veterinary products is another matter entirely. This week, biotech company IOYO announced that its anti-aging drugs for dogs has cleared a significant regulatory hurdle, making it the first potentially longevity treatment approved for any species. Yeah, but is a dog healthy? What are the side effects?
Yeah.
And eventually they will bring this into humans, and that's very concerning. Moving on up, Chinese company sets new world record with over 22,000 drones flying at the same time. Look at that. That's a drone show.
Wow.
That's a drone show.
Whoa.
Look, each individual light is a drone.
Whoa.
22,000 drones there. Hold on a second. Let's see if I can find an actual, I've seen these videos of drone shows. 22 Chinese drone show, 22,000. Some of these drone shows are just ridiculous. Let me play this really quick.
Witness one of the
something to see.
That's all drones. Let me come on, load up. Look at all that. Come on, show us the drone show. Let's go. I don't want.
Jeez.
and they're spelling out something in Chinese over there. But that's 22,000 drones. Like, yeah, I'm gonna try to zoom to fast forward here to look at the tiger.
Whoa.
That's just. Can you imagine seeing that up in the air?
Yeah.
Look at that.
Oh yeah.
And they're drones, so they can move it around, in 3D space, like you're looking at like a model in a computer program, but it's life and it's not a hologram. Each individual drones.
Whoa. That's amazing.
I wanna showcase.
That is amazing.
I want to showcase this dragon.
Yeah.
It's freaking awesome. I saw a drone show about Star Wars a while ago. I wanted to show you. It's really cool. So that that basically covers it for the drone show there. Moving on up, what else do we got? Company charges people $1.99 per minute to talk to AI-powered Jesus avatar. Wow. This greed and this capitalism crap is just getting way too much. Company CEO Chris Breed said the company's Jesus AI model was trained on the King James Bible as well as sermons from various preachers, whatever they decide to put in. He also clarified that the AI chatbot is not intended to replace faith, clergy, scripture, or personal beliefs for now, but only offers a compassionate presence to help you navigate your real-life challenges with positivity and clarity. Go to a church. Talk to a preacher. Don't talk to an AI. AI is the devil. You're literally talking to the Antichrist pretending to be Jesus now. Like the mark of the beast. Hello. Like I'm not trying to push Christian shit, but like, come on, dude. This is ridiculous.
I don't care if you go to a church, go to a priest, go to a chaplain.
You're talking with humans.
Or AI. You're still relying on their interpretation, on their beliefs.
Well, the problem is,
are they going to align with yours?
With the AI, their interpretation is more politically motivated because all that stuff is political.
There's some pretty political holy men out there too.
Yeah,
and women.
Yeah, but this should not be a thing. This is absolutely abhorrent.
Well, if you're the idiot spending $1.99 per minute, go for it or shame on you.
Well, that's the problem. A lot of people are idiots. I don't even want to cover that story anymore. Meanwhile, moving on up to UPI, 3 sentenced for fake bear attack insurance scam. We covered this a while ago. This, I think, happened in California. Some guy, that's what his costume. He dressed up in that, and he was like in like a BMW or something. And with those claws, he tore up and everything. He's trying to do an insurance scam. I'd be like, oh, a bear destroyed my car or whatever. I want a new car or something. And then the actual video of it, it's so obvious that it's not a bear. So, Alifit Zuckerman, Ruben Tamerezin, and Vahi Murad Kanian all pleaded no contest on Thursday to felony insurance fraud and were sentenced to 180 days in jail, while a 4th person involved in the scheme, Ararat Shikirkan, has a preliminary hearing scheduled for September. The 4 were caught because they submitted a video of 3 fake attacks on cars to 3 different companies, but one group of investors noticed the bear in a Rolls Royce moved in ways more similar to a human, the LA Times and the Guardian reported. So, like, the actual video, like, it's so obvious. Like, it's not a bear, So, Rolls Royce,
what bugs me and its legality. Who the hell gets to plead no contest? You plead guilty or innocent? Which is it? Now you got this little out. So you won't admit it, but you're saying go ahead and...
Well, isn't no contest like admission of guilt, which isn't another way?
To me it is. I don't know what the legal term is. You're not admitting you're guilty, but you're accepting whatever they sentence you with.
That sounds like an admission of guilt to me.
Yeah.
It's weird. Oh. What else do we got? Chinese car company patents voice-activated in-vehicle toilet.
What?
Voice-activated in-vehicle toilet. I'm just going to play.
This could be another burning toilet.
Eventually. But this is in an actual car. Now you can have a voice-activated toilet in your car. See? Right there. That's in like a minivan. I mean, I guess this is good for when you're between rest stops and suddenly you gotta go. So that way you don't shit out the window. Like, like...
I don't get it at all.
Freaking China, dude. Like, why? This is ridiculous.
On the go.
Sorry, what?
On the go.
Yeah, definitely go on the go. Go on the go.
There you go, yeah.
Yeah.
Going and gone.
Yeah. Although I wonder, like do you? Is there like an attached septic tank, or does it just fall through? Like is there just a hole?
A septic tank.
Well, I mean, where does it go?
There's gonna be on the floor, on the road.
On the road, yeah.
Yeah, well, that's the guy following his problem.
Just hope it's not liquid and leaves a mist. You know?
No. Liquid, trust me, is better. You don't want those solids.
I'd rather have it because the solid has weight and it'll stay on the ground
until you throw it up into your car.
No, I don't even want to start thinking of the physics of this. I'm going to move up. Welfare check found Ohio woman 91 safe and playing video games. I heard about this. This lady, basically, she was part of this program where once a day, they call and make sure, because she's 91 years old, this is your welfare check, are you alive, yada yada. After like a couple of days, she never answered and everything, so friends and family were getting concerned, and they actually got the police to go investigate, and apparently she had been sucked into the game so much she never heard the phone ring. She got
wow, can hook you in at all ages.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I've seen there's this one old lady got famous for playing Grand Theft Auto or something during the pandemic and all that stuff. Like she became a TikTok sensation for a little while.
God.
So, but yeah, pretty cool. Let's just look at this
5 at 11.
here.
I'm Rob Powers. An amazing ending to a scary situation in Westlake yesterday. Police and the family of a 91-year-old woman unable to get a hold of her. But officers never could have imagined what they were about to find when they went to check things out. Our Scott Knoll explains.
Westlake police at the home of a 91-year-old woman Thursday night.
783, garage door's open. We're gonna make entry.
Police, her family, all unable to get a hold of.
This is the Are You OK?
Allowing residents to sign up for a
I'm
daily
trying
call
to fast
check
forward to when
in.
it actually talks about what they found.
But what happens next, no one would have guessed.
Turned out to be all okay. Everyone got a good laugh out of it.
Police found her all right in her room. We'll let the officers called to dispatch explain the rest.
We're here with her now. She's playing video games in her bedroom.
Police say not just playing video games, but trying to beat her record level, officers say. In the process, missing those attempts to check in on her. But we're told.
That's awesome, trying to beat her record. Yeah. So she's a true gamer. So Project Hail Mary trailer stunt earns Guinness World Record. What? Sony announced Thursday that the movie was awarded the Guinness World Records title, the highest altitude IMAX film trailer, after broadcasting the film's trailer in space. What? In a partnership with the space agency sent into space, Project Hail Mary trailer was shown March 14 on a scale replica IMAX screen 101,896 feet above Earth. Sent into space previously said its team built a carbon fiber launch vehicle to launch the screen, which was built. So they launched a movie screen and broadcasted a trailer in space.
It's crazy.
Now we're gonna have billboards up there. Great.
Yeah.
No, this is crazy. Like there's a video here.
4, 3, 2, 1.
I can't fast forward it, so we gotta just keep going here. What else do we got? Maine chicken became the oldest in the world at 15 years old. Man, look at that. It looks like an old chicken.
Yeah.
Remember we covered
I wonder what their normal lifespan is.
Well, it might tell us in here, but I'm not seeing anything here. It just says Frank Turek brought Gertie the golden Sebright chicken to his Portland property when she was a freshly hatched chick in 2010. He said that despite being a smaller breed of chicken, Gertie quickly came to rule the roost. He said Gertie started to go blind a few years ago, and he moved her to a private indoor coop in 2024 to protect her from confrontations with younger hens. Gertie earned the Guinness World Record for the oldest chicken living, with her age was verified at 15 years and 100 days old, more than 6 months older than the previous record holder, a Texas chicken named Pearl. She will celebrate her 16th birthday in July. All right, I hope she does.
Yeah.
And because I remember the oldest pigeon or whatever it was, and that was wild. We cover it like a week later, that she had died on Easter Sunday. Remember, like the oldest pigeon or whatever.
I don't remember it, but yeah.
Well, we covered it. We covered the oldest pigeon the day before Easter Sunday, and then the next week we covered her again
She died.
Because she died the next day. So I like to bring little updates on things. Like that's why we spoke about that bear attack, thing. Because that's wrapping up a story. Like a lot of news sources don't like to wrap up stories for whatever reason. If I can, I will.
Yeah.
So. Moving on up, falling ice chunk crashed through roof, landed on living room couch. I heard about this as well. Look at the size of that thing. It's this yellowish ice. People are thinking that it's ice buildup that was like on a plane, but they discovered that it contains human urine, so they think it was like a frozen, because planes, they're not supposed to, but they can, release their waste, and at that altitude it freezes. So there have been instances of frozen, urine and other human, waste falling from the sky and landing on things. There is one famous account, I believe, where as it fell, it formed into basically like an ice, like a stalagmite or icicle, and it killed somebody and impaled them.
Wow.
Yeah. Los Angeles County Supervisor Janice Hand shared photos on social media showing the dirt-covered ice chunk that crashed through the roof, punched a hole in the ceiling, and landed on the living room couch of a home in Whittier. Yeah, so this was close.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Resident
Uter Garo was home at the time of the incident and said it sounded like an explosion. Well, yeah, your roof is getting attacked. So.
New at 6, scary moments in Whittier where a big block of ice in the major hole
That's
left in the
huge.
roof of the Whittier home.
Look at that right there.
There were several pieces. The incident happened Friday. Luckily, no one
Yeah.
hurt as the block of ice landed on the couch. The man rented.
I'm not sure if they've figured out where it came from.
We went to the
I have a
today.
feeling it has something to do with an
See now
airplane.
that the gaping hole
So.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
101-year-old New Zealand man named world's oldest croquet player. All right. The record-keeping organization said Neville Sainford was 101 years old and 262 days when he participated in an 80-plus golf croquet tournament in Paraparaumu, Wellington in August 2025. His participation in the event earned him the Guinness World Record for the oldest competitive croquet player, male. Sainford, who has 3 children, 8 grandchildren, and 7 great-grandchildren, said he took up croquet at the age of 79 at the urging of his wife, Joan. Huh. Okay. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
What else do we got here? Australian man became world's oldest grandfather. What? An Australian man was certified by Guinness World Records as the oldest first-time grandfather at the age of 91. Oh, so this is when he got his first grandchild. All right. Smith, who was 55 when Ashley was born, said he and Isla formed a fast bond. Ashley Smith said his father is impressive in more ways than just being a Guinness World Record holder. Everything else is quotes. And there's not much to the story, so I want to urge people to go give the foot traffic to these sites.
So I don't quite understand that.
So he was 91 years old when he got his first grandchild, making him the oldest grandfather.
I got that part, but what was the one with a 51-year-old or something?
I don't know. The 55 when Ashley was born.
When she was born, that would be his first grandchild at 51.
No.
Or maybe it's his daughter and then...
Ashley and daughter-in-law Hannah. No, wait, hold on a second. The record-keeping organization said Charles Smith, 91 years, I saw that was born to his son Ashley. So his son is named Ashley for some reason.
Okay.
Okay, so his son was 55.
51. Okay.
When he had his child.
Okay.
That's confusing.
I didn't get it.
Yeah, why don't you give him a man's name? Come on. Then again, Leslie Nielsen, So... that was a guy with a woman's name. What else do we got here? Loon tangled in fishing wire rescued from Long Island Sound. What were you doing over there?
On the Golden Pond.
Yeah. Animal rescuers in New York's Long Island region came to the rescue of a loon spotted tangled in fishing line in the path of the rising tide. The Strong Island Animal Rescue League said on social media that rescuer Frankie, Florida, responded to the location in the Long Island Sound where the loon was stuck in place. Florida donned the water shoes and waded out to the bird's location. Rescuers said loons are very docile, but this one was very stressed and was in full defensive mode, not knowing that Frankie was there to save him. Florida dodged the bird's sharp beak and was able to cut through the fishing wire and bring the loon back to the shore, so they saved it. It's awesome. And last but not least, California zebra escaped for the second time in 4 days. And put an ankle monitor on
How did
this
that
thing.
guy get out again?
I don't know.
He's out again?
Oh, his name is Zeus. A zebra named Zeus escaped from his owner's property in Northern California for the second time in just a few days. Placer County Animal Services said Zeus, a legally owned zebra, escaped from his owner's Lincoln area home on Monday and was safely found on the road just north of Lincoln later that day. The CHP, California Highway Patrol's Auburn office, confirmed the striped equine was returned home after being located along West Wise Road. All right, that's maybe like put it in a higher paddock or something, an ankle monitor, something, I don't know. But that shall conclude the show. We hit 30 minutes right on the dot. Please check the underbar of the description below for any links that you may find interesting, including but not limited to all things Omni Coalition. For your dose of different, odd, and unusual news, aka notable events, weather, and sports, we stream every Saturn's day at 3 p.m. Pacific Time, 4 Mountain, 5 Central, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, respectively. We do have other shows. We have a history show in an hour and a half from now, and we also have IOYO the first Sunday of every month, and all that stuff.
No.
IOYO?
It's not the first Sunday.
No, but I'm talking about the other shows that we do.
Okay, yes,
no,
I'm sorry.
Otherwise, we would have done. Well, that would be tomorrow. But no, tomorrow's not. No, I'm just talking about the other shows and everything.
Yes, I got you now.
So,
I understand. My bad.
Which, by the way, I want to talk with you because I have been getting interest in the meme show thing I talked with you about.
No.
Reacting, reviewing to videos and memes and everything. So I want to talk with you, maybe over coffee tomorrow, and try to get that show started. But we're gonna have to see, when we're gonna do it, and all that stuff. So, but anyway, for all of you and all of us, I'm A.O. Xander.
Golden Loon.
And UVRU, thank you so much for coming in and watching us. And shout out to Ghost if he wants to say his name to say he was here.
Right, take care, guys. Thanks for inviting.
Yeah, thanks for joining us, man.
Catch you guys later.
All right, catch you later, man. And until you guys catch us next time, whenever that is, wherever that is, don't forget to look right and left at every intersection, rate 5 thumbs, and subscribe. Toodles! All right, where's the thing? Here's the thing.